For the final match. But before the toss can be done, we are having a very, very special guest, Dr. Mercy Amruta, clinical dietitian, RD, Dubai Health Authority, and founder director of Mercy Diet Clinic, and board member of DRIP. We have the banner of Mercy Diet Clinic right over here. And ma'am, welcome to a short, not interview, but a conversation. DRIP Cricket Premier League is happening since yesterday. Two grounds were booked. Today is the day for the two semi-finals. The two semi-finals are over, and we are getting ready for the toss of the final match. Flaming Phantoms and JPH will be playing the final match, but want to talk to her to find out exactly what was the purpose of this tournament. So the first question going to her is, ma'am, for the viewers, what was the purpose of this tournament?
Yes, as you can see the theme, it is beat stress and live long. So idea here is for the youngsters who are completely immersed in stress these days. It's not just youngsters, but stress is kind of engulfing youth, adults as well as small children, as we've heard yesterday as well. 4 years, 5 years old children trying to beat stress. They are kind of vulnerable to stress these days. And stress, as we see, it can affect two parts of our life. One is our physical being, and the second one is our emotional well-being. So emotional we cannot see, but physical is that which can be seen. So stress is usually kind of it's overshadowing these days because of, especially because of the pandemic that we've gone through, where people were completely under fear, depression, anxiety. Stress is nothing but a feeling of fear or depression or anxiety, being irritable, being angry, which we can see these days in young children. Even infants these days are kind of very hyperactive and too irritable and all. So this is what stress is all about. So our main aim here at Drift is to beat this by beating a ball with a bat and kind of occupying yourself in sports and then overcoming this fear of stress. So that is the main idea here today.
A message from a professional, a doctor, qualified doctor who's beating the stress. And the message of the tournament itself, it says beat stress and live long. This is the cricket tournament organized by her and her husband over here. And doctor, doctor, you have mentioned, you have described what stress is, and I believe even the patient is not aware that he's going through stress. And this is one very, very important thing. So now, how to fight stress? I mean, you've organized a cricket tournament, but what do you recommend for the listeners who may be going through stress but are not aware? Could be a child of 6 years, as you mentioned, maybe a 60-year-old man. So what are the activities you recommend for them?
Yes, first and foremost, I feel there are quite a lot of things which one has to change, and altogether we can say change your lifestyle. So basically, it's lifestyle management that can help us overcome this kind of stress. Stress, as we see here, which we are talking about, is a psychological imbalance. So in lifestyle, we first and foremost is the diet or the food we eat, which is very important. And secondly, it is the activity role, activity, the amount of activity that an individual does. So as we can see here, cricketers playing cricket, so this is physical activity. So try to engage yourself in a lot of physical activity like dancing or maybe kind of zumba or cricket or any kind of sport, some
Cultural,
kind of
sports, and musical.
sports, absolutely. And secondly, as I said, it is the diet, what you eat, how you eat, what you eat, in what quantities you eat. Eat something which really you enjoy, but make sure that it's healthy. And for that, you need to understand that you should be guided by a professional. Only then you can be able to be consume a healthy diet. So, thirdly, as I can say, involve yourself in activities which are kind of helping others, volunteer yourself and giving to help others, so that you in return can get goodness. You will be happy. You get happiness from it. So that is what I would like to say. And keep yourself around good people, happy people, which will make you quite happy. It will reduce your stress levels as well.
Absolutely. Doctor, another thing is, what do you strongly feel? I mean, how does a patient get to know that he is actually suffering through stress? Initially, you mentioned short temper, and being impatient with people and feeling of irritation. You have already mentioned that. But as a professional doctor, if a patient wants to approach you, where does he have to come? The address of your clinic? How old is your clinic? Viewers would want to know after seeing this video. They might want to approach you, probably even your contact number, etc.
Okay, so as you can see here, I made it easier for all the team members or everyone who can just scan this code and then they can directly get in touch with me. But then, yes, keeping that aside, jokes apart, Mercy Diet Clinics is all about, it's actually specialized in providing you expertise in what to eat, how much to eat, and guiding you, educating you. Like we deal with not just weight management, but we also deal with sports nutrition. We deal with various kinds of medical issues, right from cancer or any other, like COVID, as we have seen, immunity disorders or psychological disorders, as we can see now, and